Says the stalker radiates a psychic field that causes others to ignore his presence for a number of minutes, equal to my initiation modifier. Um,
Okay, so I'll say that you can also come.
okay, I'll do that.
And Danny, as the conversation starts, oh, I forgot to close the door. Apparently,
Indeed. Let me get that for you. I'll go close the door.
so can I see this spell? Well,
Do I have the door?
must
I don't think I have it.
no.
It is not on my person, but I could go acquire it briefly.
What you say is true, though. Well, who has sent you on such a potentially fruitless mission?
The Dwarf Lord. If I know his name, I'll say the Dwarf King, whatever his name is. He intends to send an olive branch to the elves. We have on my person a old peace treaty between the elves and the dwarves that the Dwarf King intends to make it good on. And I will pull out the contract that I found in the ice cavern.
Oh wow. She will do it. She has like a study here, and she will go to the study and pull out a magnifying glass of sorts and look over it, and she will say, "This is 800 years ago."
Indeed, we assume it will need some revisions.
But yes. Well then, how many of there are in your party?
5?
Why does this guy keep giving out information so freely?
I'm trusting
Well,
dude.
I will say that you must leave Gyre immediately. This is not a town where you can be so loose-tongued and be fine in the end.
Yes. You've no intention on spending more than a day here. But we need information.
That's fine. We leave in an hour. I'll take you to the Elf Kingdom. My name is Leo Thinus.
Fine enough, Leo. How do we get to the Elf Kingdom?
I'll go get your party, and we'll leave in an hour.
Ooh, that's sort of awkward. All right. What about 2 minutes? Can we say 2 minutes?
Well, what do you mean?
I'll drop the obfuscation.
Yeah. I told you I was prepared for this to be an ambush, did I not?
Yes. Fine, we'll leave immediately. Are the other ones also invisible?
They are around. I shall go get them. Actually, no. I shan't go get them. I shall, wait for us to leave town and trust that they will follow. Because this still could be an ambush.
Okay. So, you see after about 5 minutes, Damien and Cerilius come out of the end and start walking out of town. They're hassled a little bit, but Leophitus calms the situation down, and you all follow them out of town. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for Graddock and Chrysalda.
Looks like all boats off the menu, boys.
Wasting that 20.
Yeah. Well, unless this is an ambush, then it wasn't a waste.
What beautiful music to be ambushed to.
You
I don't hear
guys,
any music.
you guys start walking through. So it's a swampy area. Let me pull up the map real fast.
Do I know which way we're walking?
You would
East,
be
south?
walking west, I believe.
Okay.
So you guys came in from up here, went into Gyre, and now you are going this way, southwest. She does say that there is the small problem that we left in such a hurry that we were not able to gather provisions. I hope that you are self-sustaining.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'll bring out a sandwich.
He has infinite sandwiches. He's very useful.
Infinite sandwiches, huh? So let's see how you guys get along. It's very difficult to trek through this muddy, swampy part of.
I'll just floating disc.
So after a while, you become visible, and you're traveling with the party or with Graddock and Griselda. Because we've technically split the party right now.
Oh no.
Always split the party.
No.
Once we're
No.
out of town, we can definitely merge the party. But like for like the first hour, we walk ahead of them.
I'll be with Cerilius.
And then like
By the way, my invisibility only disappears after like 6 minutes or so.
Oh.
It wasn't very long.
okay, so then
Okay.
after 6 minutes you appear.
Yeah.
How much does Graddock weigh?
That's
why.
Ask a dainty dwarf.
Well, I was gonna levitate and
Dwarves like their feet to be solidly on the ground.
okay. Well, I'm gonna
That's something a
levitate.
dwarf would say. Hmm.
It's something a dwarf said.
So you guys head out, and it's an hour into town. Griselda and Graddock, you haven't lost vision of them. You're still probably you're a little bit behind them now, and it's definitely getting harder to stay stealthy and to catch up. What do you guys want to do?
Hey, you know anywhere we can offload a small dragon?
I think after like an hour or so, I'll be like, let us. Or is it like what time of day is it? Middle of the night?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
All of us?
No, just Danny. So you don't really see them for all intents and purposes.
Well, just but I'm aware that they're probably following us. Right.
Yes.
So I was just gonna say, what time of day is it?
You guys got in towards the morning, and you left like 2 hours in or 3 hours in. So
Okay.
let's say noon.
I'll be like, maybe now is a good time for us to stop and eat a lunch, and then my party shall reform itself. Unless there's a pressing need for where you are taking us in a timely manner. To this elf person.
Now that we're out of Gyre, I don't believe that there's any need for haste. I would also like to see the spell that you spoke of. They guarantee its authenticity.
Very well. Then we should wait here, as I do not have the bell, but one of my party members surely does. And considering how
She'll
2 of them have found us now, I do not think it will be long for the others.
she will say, "Well, let's find a decent place to rest." And she kind of like, or he picks up his foot and it's covered in mud, and he casts a spell.
Cast the spell. Interesting. Do I know what the spell is?
No. Almost like fireflies, but they're much smaller. Gather and they form a wispy path to a little bit away. None of the terrain changes or anything like that. It's just that this like luminescent trail is leading off into the distance. Not too far, but it goes behind some trees and about 100 feet away.
Okay.
As you follow the trail, it like it disappears as you pass as well. You walk about 150 feet, and there's this dry area of land, probably like a 100-foot circle that is dry land, and it's a little bit raised. You guys sit down there for lunch.
Sounds like a plan.
Griselda and Braddock, what are you guys doing?
Try to catch up to the party.
Braddock, is that also your plan, or do you wish to sell Grandma Hale to the drow?
Suppose I'll rejoin the party.
The party is no longer split.
Ah, Graddock, Griselda, about time you joined us. Our new friend, I don't know your name. What's the new friend's name?
Leo thanks.
Leo. We'll call you Leo because I won't remember the whole thing. Leo, this desire to see the artifact of sorts. But I will have to say, we will not allow you to touch it without us being around you. So
I'll pull it out.
he does have. I will warn everyone that Leo has some sort of a magical ability. So I don't want him to take it and teleport away. Oh, he can't teleport it. Never mind.
Yeah.
He will pull out a magnifying glass and like, well, what manner did you, when you found it, what state was it in?
Wasn't broken.
Can you I'll turn to Manassas and say, can you revert it and apply it at will again without implying on what the changes I'm trying to make it to it? Or is it purely based on time?
Takes little. I don't feel comfortable dispelling it. It's very, very hard to shrink as is, but plus
Fair
we're in a swamp and don't want to see it, go into the swamp.
Gotcha. Well, it was much larger, and basically in the state that it is now.
I see. Well, this is more than enough proof for me. We are about 2 to 3 weeks out on foot through the swamps. So I hope to make this a pleasant journey. Do keep your head about you. You never know what is of the natural world in the murk.
Well then, now that we have your trust, would you partake in telling us where the Elf Kingdom is? Or is this
Well,
only a journey?
Many people have. We're heading to the southern coast, not quite overlooking the ocean. The elven city of Kelethin is within the trees of the most southern forest.
Interesting. Alright, well, we'll put the bell away then. Whoever was carrying it.
Want me to put it back in my bag?
Or back in a bag. I don't know who was. Did it happen in the bag of holding, or was Graddock carrying it?
Derek was carrying it.
Like we didn't want to try putting it in the bag of holding, right?
Oh, well, it's there when we brought it to the king.
Oh, it was. Okay. Whatever then.
Okay, you should now be able to see Kelethin on your.
Yes, sir.
So, you guys travel. Okay, and some shit happens. Let me get something real fast.
Oh no.
And that trip over a route.
Oh no.
But the route is actually a Trent.
Pretty much. Let me find a map. I know I have one here. Okay, so you guys kind of, travel for a little bit, and you find yourself on the both swampy and rocky terrain. So you can feel the ground shift as you walk on it a little bit.
Where are we on this map?
You're not currently on there.
Okay.
Dragging you over now.
What a beautiful swamp.
That is much more optimistic than I am.
And then I have to grab her as well, or he. Damn elves. Okay, so you guys are trekking through the swamp, and Leothis kind of moves forward a little bit. Moves forward a little bit.
Are we just supposed to follow her? Is that what we're doing? Just walking.
Sure.
Is there anything different about this swamp than previous?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm just kind of follow behind her, like trying to stay to the harder parts.
Damon, you think you kind of see the muck swirl in a couple different places, but nothing completely alarming, but it definitely is a little weird.
Okay, okay. Is there anything we should know about this area?
Not particularly. There are a few creatures, such as crocodiles, and, that sort of thing. But I don't believe that there's too much to worry. She kind of gathers herself around. Crisalda and Grata, go ahead and give me a perception check. Oh, and Manassas as well. Do, do, do,
20.
do. Okay. Let's see. So, in the muck, let's go ahead and say Braddock. You get the worst of it. And you saw that.
Worst of what?
Yeah, he's supposed to do a perception check too.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check how long levitate lasts.
Damn it. That's the second time tonight that's happened. Where someone's rolled a 34 and the DC is a 35, and then you roll a 36. Okay, so below you is this mound of like right beside you is this mound of like writhing plants.
Not again.
There's a mound of writhing plants.
I'll be like, what? And turn
I'll
around.
put some arrows into
Okay.
We could try to talk to the writhing plants.
Some things just never change.
No, as you fire your first few shots into it, you go ahead to do that.
Well, first I'll say if there's a person in there, you better come out now.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative on that. 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
So you pull out your bow, you say, if there's a person in there, come on out. And as we roll initiative, before the initiative is, Ness, why can't I add you to the turn order?
I don't know.
Oh, I made
My
you.
token's been acting weird for a while. Like
It's because you were
not clicking.
drawing. There you go.
Drawing.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm an oil painting.
a painting.
Oh,
Joke's on
20,
you guys. I'm
nice.
secretly a painting.
Okay, go ahead and put your initiative in.
Okay, let me roll my.
Why do I have a yellow box around? Oh, there it goes.
I rolled the lowest initiative.
And yet you're the guy who can act in a surprise round somehow.
Yep.
Yep.
So no surprise round this time? Criselda, what are you doing?
Let me see.
So, you're walking behind Braddock, and he turns and says, "If there's anyone there," as he's pulling back his bow, if there's someone there, come out of this mound of like looks just like the swamp itself. Comes these two large green vine-like tentacles.
Oh, okay, fun.
Oh, baby.
1 second. I'm thinking I'm gonna use some fire.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to cast what on it?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and fireball it.
Go ahead and roll it. It's a reflex save.
Oh, yes, and I think I have burning amplification as well.
It decreases the DC by 1.
Hold on. Yeah, let me go take a look real quick, because it's been a while since I used.
So, Fireball is a 3rd level spell, so the DC for it will be 15. If you want to use burning amplification.
Okay.
Let me read this again. I don't remember what burning amp. So, whenever you cast a spell with a fire descriptor, you take a -1 spell attack to the spell's attack rolls, or the DC is reduced by 1. The target is catches on fire. Targets do not take burning damage until their next turn. attempt to put out. Okay, so he's just on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just on fire.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your 76.
Yes.
Also, where are you aiming this? Just out of curiosity.
Oops, I almost in my cell phone. Yeah. I don't know. There's really no good place unless I mean, I could put it there and it would still reach him. Or,
Right here as well.
yeah, but then it would hit Graddock, possibly.
Oh, it would hurt you. Okay, well, put it wherever you think it's deserving.
I wanted just to aim it, about.
You just want to hit it. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but I want the radius to not affect anyone else.
Yes, I get you. Okay, so we'll say it's right there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so you toss your fireball and go ahead and roll your 76.
Hold on. I just closed out of there for some reason.
We'll go ahead and move to Graddock while she rolls the damage. But you can see that the giant thing and its tentacles and everything have caught him on fire.
Okay, well, I'll put arrows in it.
All of those hit so far. Yeah, all of those hit. What type of damage is any of that? Is it just physical?
It would all be physical and piercing.
Ouch. Okay. Leothitis.
And, I have, Hammer the Gap and clustered shots. So if there's any damage reduction, it gets applied to the total.
I get you. Leothitis will cast what's it called? Flaming Burst or Flaming Spear. I don't remember. It's the spear.
Flaming sphere.
Yeah, Flaming Spear. So this ball, she kind of tosses it like a basketball. It lands on top of it and it burns it. And it is not dead, but you can see that it's horribly murdered so far. Manassas.
This has just become like my go-to spell. Where is it? Yeah, when I cast Ego Whip, it gives me a will save.
Okay.
DC
fails.
18. Okay.
It rolled like a 9.
Okay, I roll 1d4. Takes 2 charisma damage.
Okay. Is that it for this turn?
Yeah, that's it. I'll back up.
Mr. Cerilius?
Damn, it survived the charisma damage. The charismatic plant. Alright.
Alright.
I don't really want to get close to it.
Use the skulls. Use the power of the skulls.
No, you know what? I think I'm just gonna draw my sword and like ready it. I'll go like here and draw my sword and ready in action if it like attacks anyone.
Mr. Damien, what are you doing?
Alright, I am going to be in my super duper special stance, which is called Broken Blade. So I get 4 attacks on him, and I'm just going to throw my daggers at him. So the first 2 will be the Dagger of Storing.
Do you have any spell in the dagger storing that you wish to use?
No. The next 2 will be just my regular +1 dagger or whatever it is.
The 19 say.
Alright. I'd like to activate my, whatever it's called, Demonstrate. So, $23 damage.
It collapses back into the mud. It looks like it did before. The plants still kind of wither or wriggle a little bit, but it does not seem to be moving anymore.
Huh. Is it still on fire?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm still happy with it. I'll look to Leothea and, like, do you know what this was?
She makes a knowledge. I guess it'd be knowledge nature. And she will say this is a shambling mound. It happens when some type of magical lightning strikes the swamp, gives life to the swamp itself.
Fascinating. We should be on the lookout for more. If lightning struck here, it could strike other places.
Indeed. Well, that is very odd. It's fine. You seem very capable, all of you.
I thank you.
Oh, let us continue, I suppose.
We're the ones who secured the bill, after all.
Hey, I expected no less. So you guys move forward. You have a fairly good trip through the swamp. You enter the forest, however.
However,
And you have even a better time in the forest.
Party in the forest.
Are you-
So,
are you disappointed we had an easy trip through the forest?
Yes.
No one tripped over a root. Damn.
So, you get into the most southern forest, and after about, we'll say it's been about 2.5 weeks since you left Gyre, and he starts heading to this very, very large tree.
I'd be like, neat tree.
Indeed, it's very interesting. And he will go up to it, and he will knock 3 times on the trunk of the wood. You're gonna hear it's almost hollow sounding. He says, "Oh, Griselda, move to the side a little bit. Also, you are actually, Griselda, you probably want to stay here. I don't think you're welcome by our people."
Do they like elves?
Well, of course, they are elves.
I cast ancestral regression on myself.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yes, I don't think you'll be murdered on sight anymore.
I'll be like, how long can you keep that up, Griselda? We don't want to spend the night and woke up.
Until I decide to change it back.
Ah, excellent.
Oh,
Wow, that's super racist, Mike. It's because she's black, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today's
Well,
very
more like
racist.
ash gray, but you know.
I mean,
So,
no, you're not white, so.
out of the, from the top of the tree, you kind of hear this, almost like the moaning of wood, if you'd like under stress. And you all look up and you see this gigantic, cage lowering.
Like from in the tree or from like next to the tree?
Like next to the tree.
Oh, okay.
I'll also make a note that it's ancestral regression because you're regressing back to an inferior elf. I won't say that out loud. But
Ooh.
She chuckles to herself.
Ooh.
yes, I just chuckled to myself.
Nice.
So you all go up, the cage lands, and you guys all want to get into it. Leothitis gets into it before everyone else.
Yep.
I'll follow. Yeah.
I guess so.
I will notch an arrow just in case.
The cage
We're gonna get
doesn't
proud.
like have a lock on it, does it? It's just like
No.
an elevator platform. Okay.
Okay. So you get in and you raise to the surface. As you get to the surface, this is what it looks like. Or to the treetops. Looks like this. There are buildings, there are
Wow.
people.
Nice.
Fancy place you got here.
It is the home of our people for generations upon generation.
Is this called Darnassus?
No, it's called Kelithin now.
Oh, of course.
He will lead you this way.
Leading us to the cookie factory.
Hey, look, I found your sister. Or brother, whatever you are.
That's
Yeah.
racist.
We all dress the same.
Does Damien say cookies out loud? Because Ahsoka saw that gets really excited.
Yes.
Cookies.
He goes into someone's house and says, "Oh, good day, my lady. I am just passing through."
Just passing through someone's house. I like it.
Sounds like playing. And I'll like nod to the woman as I walk through and over her bed. Rip.
As you can see, everything seems to be made of wood. There are very few metal components, and he opens a door which leads to the other side. You can.
I think. What happened? Oh, there I am. Oh, okay.
Anyone else want to come along for the ride? Or go through the hallway?
Follow. Wait, what? Wait, well, I'm lost. I don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah, that's a good
You
Oh, there
went
we
up
go.
to this, and then
Oh, that must be aggravating. I guess they're elves, so I mean they have all the time in the world. So
I'm lost. I'll just start talking to this guy.
I don't think they're probably too happy about your presence. Maybe just follow along.
like how adamant you were about dwarves having their feet on the ground, and now you're up here.
I mean, it's different than flying.
True,
Like-
true.
I want my feet to be firmly planted on something. I don't want to be someone else to start flying off with me.
So do you like floating discs or no?
No, but I'll do it to get over death floors and rivers.
you get to another platform that is very similar to the first, but it's more of like a central area. And I'm very sorry about this. I must go talk to some people about the interview with our ruler. So please, this is the district of well, it's just the district in which you can have fun and buy any items. There are very few magical items here. As far as restocking your supplies and getting a drink at the tavern and such. This is your place, so please wait here. It will be about 4 hours or 5 hours.
Rip. All right.
I'll ask him if they have any cookies.
I do believe that the goblin's woe does.
Goblins.
Goblins, whoa.
We can't see in that building behind us if that's where these things are.
No, they're. I'm talking about like a fictional, like central hub type deal. I could not make that many maps for this place. Sadly, I've only made 2 or 3. So you guys are sitting around here, and after he leaves, about 15 minutes. What do you guys want to do?
Well, let's not hang out on this teeter-tottering bridge hanging over the cliff of certain doom. So let's head back. I'll walk on this woman's bed again.
Oh,
This is a
you
different
guys.
woman.
You guys don't want to be in the central district?
No, we can be in the central district. That's fine. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
As you guys are, wandering around aimlessly, another elf approaches you.
You! Ah, yes, you there. You seem the sort to know how to spend a gold coin or two, and my instincts are never wrong. I have on my premises entertainment that I am sure that one of your discerning taste would be most interested in. What's your game? Dice? Cards? The old goblin toss? Doesn't matter! We have them all! Feeling a bit parched? Feeling a bit lonely? Well, a refreshing glass of elven sky tier wine ought to soothe your dry throat, whilst our attendants of various races and genders soothe the other parts of your body, if you know what I mean. Of course you do.
Prostitutes.
And here I was thinking elves were high class. Nope.
Yeah, I was like,
The high class hooker.
All right. Well, I feel like I should tell this guy that the last guy we talked to ended up frozen and nearly murdered, but I'll keep that to myself. And be like, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, I could go with throwing a goblin or two.
Oh, magnificent! Please follow me. And
But we can only stay for several hours. We need to be back here quite
of
promptly.
course.
I don't know where this elf is, so I just
1 sec. I will grab. I am simply moving you guys to the map. So.
Got about
So-
25 minutes.
Yes. You guys enter this large bar. They
this
have,
place loaded. My God.
all the seats are in oaken hues of purples and gold. There are people playing cards. There are people working on tables. There's like darts, knives, axes, throwing competitions. There's a lot of people betting on such, and they have a few people that are drinking this blue liquid that looks a lot out of wine glass.
Leo, is this where you were? I thought you were supposed to be finding us apart. There we go. All right. I was like, well, I want to try throwing some goblins, so
Okie
I'll
dokie.
go find whoever person is in charge of this goblin cage. Be like, I want to throw a goblin. I don't know how this game works though.
Okay, you're approached by one of the bar wenches, and she says, "Oh yes. So this game, you stand back where your friends are over in this direction. The goblins will come out. you get you have to pay 100 gold down,
Those
and
poor goblins. Look at them.
the 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 name of the game is you want to impale that said goblin on that spike. If you successfully
Why
impale
everywhere we go is evil?
Well, I just wanted to throw a goblin. I don't know if I'm comfortable impaling a goblin.
they're fine. They're fine. We'll have our medics and our goblins.
What?
They're absolutely fine.
What
If you are able to hit the wall, you win your bet plus 50. If you get a spike, there is a 300% multiplier, which means you get 300 gold for your 100 gold down. And yes,
That's a good multiplier.
Hey,
What do you
I'll-
do this?
I've got a potion of the giant growth. I'm sure I got that from Grandma in here somewhere. If I get half the winnings, it's all yours.
Let me go. Oh, you know what? Let me get.
Hold on a second.
Let me get
Hold
a
on
drink
a second here.
first. I
So-
will think about this.
These elves who I don't even know what to think. They just
well, I mean, think of it as capital punishment, since goblins and elves absolutely they're like goblins and they're worse than goblins and dwarves. Like goblins and dwarves are sorry, dwarves and elves just don't like each other. Orcs and elves and orcs and goblins are both on kill on sight terms.
Hmm.
they keep. So if we went to a goblin bar and then we had to throw elves, then everybody else wouldn't bat an eye.
Not in a goblin town. I mean, goblins are not civilized enough to have a town. They have like a pit. Like they might have the fun pit where you have a bunch of elves and you go do whatever you want to them.
I
That
can't
would be
even
a
afford
goblin.
one of these.
Didn't you see the game in the Dwarven City? There's Whack-A-Human. We just had a bunch of human heads in a hole, and you just went up with a hammer.
That was a fun game.
And this place is called the Goblin's Woe. This is their
true,
straw
actually.
attack.
Hmm, interesting.
All right, where is the knife throwing stuff?
Oh, yes. She will bring a thing of fine throwing knives out to you. Say, well, this is how the game works. If you hit the bullseye, then it is double your bet. If you hit a red line, then it is 1.5 times your bet. If you do not hit the line or the bullseye, then you lose.
Okay, and
You get 5 tries. Or
Oh.
five bets. So it's actually you place your bet, and that's divided into 5 times. If that makes sense.
okay.
So, how much do you want to put down?
Let's do 100 gold.
Okay, so if you hit a bullseye, then you get 50 gold each bullseye you hit, and you get 30 gold. I guess it would be 30 gold if you hit a line. Okay,
Okay.
so go ahead and make 5 attack rolls.
Wait a second, see if I can do something. Yeah, it's probably good. I'm very good. All right, just straight attack, range attack rolls.
Yep. Bullseye. Miss. Almost bullseye. Or that was almost bullseye. That's a line. That's a line. And that's bullseye. So you just made. So your partner here, and everyone kind of looks at you for a moment. The first one you toss, bullseye. The crowd kind of cheers for you, and then the next one misses, and they're like, damn it! You hear a couple people start betting on you, and then you hit 2 lines. So in total, you put 100 gold in, and you got 180 gold out.
Nice.
And the bar's, the bar's cheering for you.
Nice.
I didn't play the music. I didn't play music. I think this.
Oh. Nice.
So, you guys are chilling and playing some of the games. They also have cards and the Goblin Toss. They do have just the pit, or they do have like a cage of goblins. You can just go pick one up and pull it out the top if you wish to play.
I'll like walk over to the goblins and it's like, do any of you want to play goblin toss?
Yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
Really? That's
Yeah.
concerning. All right, well then, let's play some goblin toss. Consent is consent, man.
That's concerning. All right, let's do it.
They start singing as you say, "Let's play."
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw a goblin.
Okay. So you pay
100 gold.
100 gold. So you take your goblin with you to the starting line. And go ahead and give me 1 attack roll plus a strength check.
A ranged attack roll? Or just an attack roll?
Yeah, it'd be a ranged attack roll.
No, it's still the same bonus. Oh no, it's not. Okay.
Graddock would be amazing at this.
At what?
Goblin tossing.
At goblin tossing or
Oh,
being
God.
tossed is what I was wondering.
Cyrilus gets
Goblin
tossed on
toss.
the spike.
Go ahead and roll another. Was that a strength check or was that an
No,
attack?
that was an attack roll.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Go ahead and
no.
roll that again.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay. So out of hilarity, I'm gonna say that you throw a goblin at someone and it critical. Critical goblin. So everyone roll a D100. And I'll also have the one for the barmaid.
Giggity.
So you like wind up the goblin and you like give one like fake throw where your thing and he's completely deranged, and then you on the backswing you let go and it flies and hits the barmaid in the face.
Ooh, my bad.
The goblin gets up and is like, "Oh, it's a good time, buddy. You threw me the wrong way, but I will say I'm going to enjoy it."
Well, I think I need a drink. Oh god.
She, after a minute or two, that she's completely unconscious, she gets up and put the goblin back. Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
I'll put the goblin back in its cage. It's like, I don't think I should do this anymore.
Damien is just like looking at his party members and looking back at Cerilius and just puts his arm up like in the sense of, why are we still with this guy?
Okay, and we'll end the session 15 minutes early as Danny has horribly failed the goblin toss.
No.
So who
Hold
wants
on,
to
I
do
have
the
a
recap?
GIF. I have a GIF.
Who wants to do the recap for next week?
That's the reaction to most people in the bar right now.
Rip.
So we'll end there for the night. Though.
This is
So,
why I'm
good
not
job.
allowed to have nice things.
Good job, Danny. I like it.
Nice.
So, but who was ordering a drink? That is actually quite important.
I was just going to the bar to order a drink
Okay.
out of shame.
Yeah, Griselda will sit down near Cerilius and is going to order a glass of the blue wine.
I literally gave that guy in the town my last gold, so
I mean, you have all of Grandma Hale's stuff that you can pawn off.
Just her sack of gold, I imagine.
Cerilius, do you wish to also have the blue wine?
Oh well, I was going to I was like, I need a drink, depending on what he offers.
Okay. So we'll end there for tonight. I hope you all had fun.
It's a good session to crack back into everything. We've been playing in a while. Had a lot of just strange misfortunes happening as of the last month.
Mm-hmm. It was good to take a break too,
A
though.
lot of people driving all the time, apparently, between all of us.
well, I mean, at my sister's wedding,
Hey, you had what else happened? I was at I went to Eve Northeast and I drove for like 10 hours straight. And I came home and I'm like, ugh, everything hurts. And then before that, we had what else happened?
I went to California, so I was like 2 hours late to one session.
Yeah, you were
Drove me
late,
back.
so we didn't do it.
oh, we saw the video of why you were late. You were in jail.
Getting my tab wounds treated.
If you want to see Danny in Payday, and what he's learned from Payday, go to the D&D channel on Discord. It's the first link. The Starbucks one.
So if you aren't aware, Danny wears that same mask pretty much in Payday.
Nice.
When Mikey, thank you for. I will get with you probably tomorrow about getting access to that account because I want to try out PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Okay.